Well, it's a new day in the workroom. Here we are about to film a podcast.
Hello.
Wow, really matching my energy there, Lair.
Well, I don't know that song.
Yeah, well, I was just singing it. I was making it up as we go along.
Oh, I thought that was a real song.
No, I was just making it up.
Oh.
All right, well, here we go. Hello and welcome. I'm Jacob Bellotti, joined as always by the white t-shirted 80s sitcom-loving Larry Saperstein. Hello.
Hello. And I'm joined by the black t-shirted 80s and 90s horror comedy camp movie Elvira loving Jacob Bellotti.
Hello, you're joined by Elvira today. Yeah. But welcome to Let's Talk About That.
All systems are a go.
Talking database activated.
Begin in 3, 2, 1.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what? Let's talk about who? Let's talk about me. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about that. Girl, I cannot believe we are talking about that.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Let's talk about that. Ooh, my goodness.
Goodness gracious.
It's a new week. New things are happening.
Mm-hmm.
A wonderful Monday.
It is a wonderful Monday, and it's been kind of chilly in LA.
Chilly?
I mean, today it's only like in the mid-80s. Chilly for summer.
Oh, my goodness.
You know what I mean?
The things you come up with. Chilly in LA. It has been so hot.
Well,
I'm already sweating. We just started recording a minute ago, and I'm sweating.
I'm not sweating.
You're not sweating?
I actually feel lovely.
Oh, I'm
We've
sweating.
had to turn the air off in the apartment.
Well, I had to run out and get an outfit and all of this.
Yeah,
there was a
that's
lot
true.
going on for me.
Yeah.
So, it was a big day. But let's talk about us.
Let's talk about us.
Because we got a lot to cover today. My goodness. You have a new show coming up.
I do have a new show with my comedy group, Quick and Funny Musicals, which we've talked about many a time on the podcast.
Yeah.
And this one is fun. It's called Queer as Folk Songs.
Why didn't they just call it Queer as Fuck?
Because it's not about that. It's about folk songs. Like there's like it's all like folk music.
Right. I understand that. But wouldn't you just call it Queer as Fuck? Because it's like Queer as Folk?
Well, so Queer as Folk is a show.
That's what I'm saying.
And then this one is called Queer as Folk Songs.
Right, but I think people would get it if you called it Queer as Fuck. Like
Yeah,
that it's
but I
like
don't
Queer
think-
as Folk.
But then that's not a play on words. Then you're just saying queer as fuck.
Right. What's wrong with that?
I think it should be a play on words.
Oh, well,
And it's a play on words of queer as folk.
but Queer as Folk Songs doesn't necessarily have the ring to it that
I think it does.
Queer as Folk Songs.
Well, but it's folk songs. The show is folk songs, Jacob.
Well, they could have called it Queer as Fuck Songs.
Well, that's a different story. They didn't do that.
Yeah. So what are you doing in this show? Tell me.
I'm directing again, believe it or not.
You're a director?
Which I wasn't supposed to do because we kind of have a rule in the group that you're not supposed to do the same role more than once in a year. So, like, I directed...
You're breaking all the rules.
Well, honestly, nobody else wanted to do it.
Oh.
Well, sometimes I say nobody wanted to. That's not a fair thing to say. We have people in our group that have all different kinds of lifestyles and jobs and things that they do. And I just don't think there was enough people available to do it this time around, to direct this time around. So I am directing because I was available.
Okay. You're the best of who is available.
Yes, the best of who was available.
That's right.
And I also have a small role. I'm playing a twink.
You're playing a twink.
Yeah, go figure.
Interesting. I don't consider you a twink.
What do you consider me? If you say
You.
gay, I'm gonna be
You. I
okay.
think
But
you're
like
you.
in the gay animal kingdom, do I have a thing?
I don't know. I think you're bordering on otterness.
Yeah, I think so too. But aren't otters usually? Well, what are otters like? Just hairy?
Well, yeah, they're like hairy and smaller than bears, and like
but bigger than twinks.
and like shorter than bears.
But bigger than twinks.
Yes.
So you think I'm big?
Yes.
So how would I need to be a twink? What would I have to do?
Be
Do I have to lose
6
weight?
years younger.
6 years younger?
Yeah.
No, there's 30-year-old twinks.
No,
I'm not 30.
I don't agree with that. The people who say they're twinks that are 30 are not twinks.
No, I disagree. Like, okay, I think like all those like musical theater boys are twinks.
What? Which ones?
Like musical theater, like chorus boys on Broadway that are like, kind of toned and
No,
like
they're twunks.
twunks.
They're twunks. They're
Okay,
twunks.
okay. So someone who is was a twink, say,
Yeah.
at age like 22,
Yeah.
and now is 32.
Yeah.
What are they?
Ugly.
Jacob, that's not nice. But what are they for real?
They're like nothing. They're just gay limbo.
Gay limbo?
Yeah, they're gay limbo.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, they're just like not one category. They're not twinks anymore because they look too old. Except
Okay.
it's Pierre Boo. He is like permanently a twink. It's so funny
I
because we
think
just saw him at an event the other day.
Yeah.
But he is like
And
38.
I don't really know this person. Like, tell me who this person is.
Yeah, so he was part of this Insta couple that was like super huge, famous in the gay community.
Okay.
Called Nikki and Pierre.
Okay.
But they broke up last year.
And his last name is Boo?
That's just like what he goes on everything.
Oh,
he's
Pierre
French.
Boo.
I think his last name is actually Crespo.
Wow.
Yeah. But he was one half of that couple, and then they broke up
When did they break up?
last year.
Okay.
But they were together for like 10 years. Or
Did they
whatever.
like lose all their fame?
No.
Oh.
They both have like gone on and are still like influencers now.
Wow.
But anyway.
So there's hope for us.
Yes. Well, yes, but that man is 38 years old and he looks like he's 18. It's
Wow.
kind of insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think there's other people that are like that too.
There's a few, but not many. Who else is like that?
Well, I don't know how old he is, but like Mikey Angelo, he's like that rapper on TikTok.
Yeah.
He goes by like, I think his TikTok handle is like Mr. Grande or something like that.
Okay.
Like he looks really young, but I'm pretty sure he's older than us. If I had to guess an age that he has.
I don't know. We could ask him. I mean, we know him.
Yeah, I've met him in a couple of things, but I would never go up and be like, "So how old are you?"
Yeah.
And,
well,
and do you identify as a twink?
When we have him on the podcast, we should be we should be like, so how old are you?
And do you identify as a twink? But anyway, so I'm playing the twink,
Okay.
which I think I'm perfectly cast for.
Okay.
Excuse your mouth.
I didn't say anything. My words have been silent. And
Excuse your mouth.
Okay. All right. Don't come for me unless
Teleport.
I send for you.
Teletubbies teleport us to Mars.
Where did that come from?
Excuse your mouth.
What's happening on the podcast right
Oh.
now that we've gotten to this point? My God, can we sink any lower? The answer?
Yes.
What else is going on? The fucking Emmy nominations just came out.
Emmys.
So we have a stellar supporting actress in a comedy series lineup, including the wonderful Hannah Einbinder,
Yes.
including the legendary Selena Gomez, and Meryl Streep.
I mean, go off. Who do you think is going to win?
Meryl Streep.
Do you think she's going to beat Hannah Einbinder?
I'm worried that okay. This is a real.
It's only those three in the supporting
No,
actors?
there's more, but that's the ones that matter. I think Io Edebiri is also in it for the Bear.
She could win. Didn't she win last year?
I think she did win last year, but she wasn't up against some shows that are there now.
Right.
But
Makes sense.
My legitimate fear is that they're going to hand an Emmy to Selena Gomez for Only Murders in the Building.
I know. I mean,
it is horrible, Larry.
I haven't watched as much of this show as you have. I only watched the first season.
Horrible. She's terrible. She can't act anymore.
It makes me so sad because I really legitimately used to think that Selena Gomez was like really very funny and a very good actress. And I don't know what happened.
I can't believe we live in a world where Selena Gomez is nominated for an Emmy for acting.
It's just it feels like it's overdue is the thing. Like it feels like she does deserve an Emmy for acting, but not necessarily for this role at this time.
Okay, so I made you watch her in this show.
I know. It's very one-dimensional, unfortunately.
It's horrible. It is one of the worst acting performances I've ever seen in a television
series. It makes me so
series.
sad because I love her. I love Selena Gomez, and I always have.
And by the way, she's not supported by the writing. So let me tell you that. The writing is also horrific.
There's that too.
But
I don't really know anybody that
sucks.
likes that show.
Well, apparently people do because she's nominated for an Emmy and they're nominated for Best Comedy Series and they're nominated for writing in a comedy series, which boggles my mind. I'm like, was there literally nothing on TV this year? Like,
so what are the like comedy shows that are nominated? Hacks, probably, right?
Hacks is in there. Only Murders the Bear, Abbott Elementary.
Okay, so the usual players.
Yeah, the usual players, really.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember if there was a surprise one or not, but I can't.
I just don't know of any shows.
But they didn't. The Righteous Gemstones isn't nominated for Best Comedy. I mean,
season are they on, The Righteous Gemstones?
They're filming season 4, I think.
They're filming season 4 right now, so it would have been nominated for season 3,
which was excellent and better than any of the other comedies that are in that category. Just for the record.
Yeah.
But no one watches some HBO shows, and for some reason they get overlooked, even though they have the best writing, acting, and jokes of any comedy series on television.
What's your? We've actually already talked about this. I was gonna say, what's your favorite HBO comedy? But I think we did talk about this.
We did talk about this. I love The Righteous Gemstones. I love The Come Up. I would argue The Sopranos is a comedy. I love The Sopranos.
My favorite was probably be The Comeback.
Yeah.
Is the fun, like, for me, the funniest.
Right, but that's not eligible now. So.
Well, of course not. Neither is The Sopranos, girl.
No, but The Righteous Gemstones is, and it makes me very upset that they don't get the recognition they deserve.
Yeah. Any other, like, fun Emmy moments?
RuPaul's Drag Race is nominated 10 times.
For a season that you worked on, darling.
Yes, that's right. So, I'm in the running.
Yeah.
They haven't killed me yet, girl.
Yeah.
Sorry, they haven't unalived me yet.
Yes, they haven't unalived you. What about for the category that RuPaul usually wins, the best host?
So that's interesting because now The Traitors has entered the fray.
Right.
So Alan Cumming is nominated.
So last year Alan Cumming was nominated, right?
Was he? I thought just the show was nominated last year.
Oh, okay. So what do you think that Alan Cumming will win?
I think it was reversed. He was nominated last year and the show wasn't.
Oh,
but this year, The Traitors is nominated for Outstanding Reality Competition
That is
program.
also bullshit because season 2 is terrible.
Well, I didn't hate it as much as you did.
Oh, God. I really love that
hate
show.
Trishelle.
I hate Trishelle.
That racist white bitch.
I really hate her so much.
Yes, and she won the show.
And
spoiler
what was
alert.
the other
which I'm glad
fuck's
actually
name?
to give a spoiler for that because if you haven't watched it now, you won't.
Yeah, don't watch this second season.
Trishelle is a piece of flaming human garbage.
I have high hopes for the third season.
Yes, I think the third season will be good.
I think they
with
did
Dolores
slightly better.
Catania.
Yeah, I think they did slightly better with
and
the
our
casting.
neighbor Tom Sandoval is in it.
Our neighbor and close personal friend, Tom.
It's so weird that we know Tom Sandoval.
It is weird.
I
mean, we don't know him,
but we know him.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So for a bit of
we've
context,
talked to him. A
bit of context. Like our really good friend,
Yeah.
her name is Maddie.
Yeah.
She is in Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras.
Yeah, she is a most extra.
She is a most extra. And
he's also our neighbor.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is very funny. Like we have seen Tom Sandoval around.
I know.
Like multiple times. Which
And
is
don't get
very
me
silly.
wrong, I am Team Ariana all the way.
Of course.
And I have no problem saying that on a public platform.
Of course.
But we somehow know Tom Sandoval.
But that's kind of yesterday's news anyway.
I guess. I mean, she still hates him, so.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But does the public still hate him?
Yes.
Oh,
Public
okay.
That's why he got cast on season 3 of The Traitors.
Because it's going to help his like public image.
Yeah, because he's such a slimy thing that,
I
that
see.
it's gonna cause.
He's
drama.
gonna make really good TV though. Really
He is
good
with Dolores
trailers.
Catania. Dorinda Medley from Housewives is on,
Mm-hmm.
and Robin Dixon from the Real Housewives of Potomac is on the Traders.
Now here's a question
She's gonna
about
be
Robin
like-
Dixon. Does she care or does she not care?
Yeah. They're gonna be, Robin, who do you think is the traitor? I just wrote, I don't care.
She's gonna be like,
I don't care who the traitor is. Oh my God. We got a comment like the other week that was like, you two share a single brain cell, and we really do.
wow.
Oh,
I love
my
Robin
Lord.
Dixon.
Oh, yeah.
I have gotten I'm now on the final season that's out of Real Housewives of Potomac.
Yes, you've
and
made more
I've
progress.
been dragging my feet because
It's bad.
it's not as good as the other seasons,
I know.
unfortunately. But
It's
I
tough.
do love my Real Housewives of Potomac tea.
It's tough. I do think it'll be better when they come back for season 9, because usually when they do an overhaul, like, everyone tries a little harder.
Got it.
And
okay.
so, like, it'll be like, we'll get Karen in her prime and Giselle in her prime.
Great.
We'll get like really
That's what we
good.
need. That's really all we need.
I'm sure Dr. Wendy will pull up in the Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
And, like, lots of things will be going well on
Right.
that cast. Mia will have six new fiancés
Right.
over the course of the season.
But it's just sad 'cause
19 times.
like two of my favorites are not going to be in it.
Right. Candace and Robin. I can't believe Robin was one of your favorites. I mean, I always thought she was fine, but she wasn't one of my favorites.
I think I just like her as a person. Like, I just feel like Robin is a nice person.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like, I actually feel like of the housewives, I mean, I think Karen and Giselle are probably the most fun to be around.
Yes.
But I think Candace, I love Candace. I do.
Yeah.
But I think that Robin just seems like a really nice person.
Yeah.
She's not as good like TV, but she's just seems like a nice
Yeah.
lady.
I kind of want to save a lot of our Potomac chat for when we have Dara on
yes,
the podcast.
I know. We have
because
so much
Dara and I
that
have
we can get
connected
into with
over Potomac
Yeah.
already, and I think that would be really fun when she's on
Yes.
the pod.
And
to
we're
do
hoping
that.
to have Dara soon. It's in the works.
Yes,
it's in the works.
It is in the works, honey.
Okay, so what else do we do? Oh my God. Okay, should we get into it?
Well, there is one more thing I wanted to talk about.
Okay, tell me, what is it?
We are going on a much needed, much deserved
Mm-hmm.
vacation.
Summer vacation.
We have booked a vacation.
Yes.
We'll be on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Our whereabouts I will not reveal so that people can't find us.
Okay. But we will be doing probably an episode from there.
Yes,
So
we will.
let's just say we're going to be on the beach,
Yes.
somewhere north of South and south of North. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's lower than Maine, but higher than Florida.
Yeah. Yes. No, we're going to Cape Cod.
Oh my God. After all that. Yes, fine. We're going to Cape Cod. We're going on a little vacation.
Yeah, to meet your family, to hang out with your family for
Hang
like
out with
4
my
days.
family. So it's yet to be seen if it will actually be a vacation or not.
I think it will be lovely.
But we then will be spending some time in the city, maybe recording with an extra special guest or two.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Yeah.
And we got tickets to see Six.
The Rusical.
We're one of a kind, no category. Too many years lost in his story. We're three. No.
No.
Well, it's gonna be wonderful. You're gonna live for this show.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I've only seen 7, the Rusical. So
I know.
I'm excited to see 6, the musical.
Yeah, you're really gonna live. If there's anybody that's gonna live for Six,
By the
it's
way,
Jacob
innovating
Bellotti.
pioneer of 7, the Rusical. Hello.
You innovated.
Yeah.
Was it your idea?
I did innovate.
Work.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm very excited for our vacation because we have not gone on a vacation in a while.
Yeah. I mean, we just went to San Diego and we talked about that, but that was like 2 days.
That was a 2-day vacation. That wasn't.
That was more of like a trip for family purposes. This is like a real on vacation.
Well, not really, because this is a trip for family purposes.
I know, but we have to get on a plane. And it's like weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. We'll be gone for multiple weeks. But
Yeah.
we will be recording, so luckily the pod won't be gone.
There won't be any breaks in the podcast. We are bringing the microphones on the road.
The microphone will be in that carry-on suit. Can it be in a carry-on? Is that allowed?
It can, but we'll probably have to put it in the checked bag because it'll probably be too big.
Girl, we're flying to Boston. I don't know.
I know.
I'm worried about that.
No.
Losing the suitcase.
No.
What goes on at that Boston airport?
Boston Airport's fine.
Well, listen. I'm a New Yorker.
I know.
Okay, I can't support Boston.
You're not a New Yorker, though. You tell me every chance you get that
know.
you're a New Jerseyan.
You're absolutely correct. I am.
So
I'm proud of it.
So you can't even. You've lost the rights to claim New York.
I'm not claiming New York.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't want to claim New York. It's dirty and has rats. Unlike
So
New
does
Jersey.
Jersey.
New Jersey does not have rats.
You never seen a single rat in New Jersey?
Not one time. Not once.
I don't buy it.
Not once in my entire life have I ever seen a rat there.
I don't buy it.
You don't buy it? Where would I have seen a rat?
I don't know. There's rats everywhere.
Where are there rats in New Jersey? Tell me.
I don't know.
Tell me.
Jersey City.
Probably.
So that's in Jersey.
But I don't spend much time there.
Well, still in Jersey. You don't think there's rats in Secaucus?
Okay, but have you ever seen a over 1 foot long rat in
No.
New Jersey?
No,
Because,
I have not.
No, I have not.
Dragging pizza through the street?
Yes. I've only seen that in one city personally.
I know. Anyway.
Also cockroaches. Ugh.
Well,
There's
there's
so many cockroaches.
cockroaches and Cher
there. Yeah.
will be everywhere.
Okay. All right. All right. What are we talking about today? We've gotten so off track. We're like 20 minutes into this
I know.
thing.
Well, we are very passionate about this thing that just happened to us.
Oh my God.
Because last week we even talked about on the podcast how excited we were to go to this event.
Oh my God.
We saw the Maestro of the Movies celebration of John Williams at the Hollywood Bowl, and honestly, it was a major disappointment, and I'm so upset about it.
Okay, so let me start by saying I had a lovely time.
I had a wonderful night with you.
It was a wonderful date night.
It was a wonderful
experience.
night. No shade to the Hollywood Bowl
Yes.
as an entity.
Yes, I've seen many shows I love at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yes, we had a nice time. We got our snacks.
Yes.
We had our little seat.
We sat.
We watched.
And
we
so
enjoyed the atmosphere.
Yes. And so with all of that being said, this was the most fucking horrific show I have ever seen.
I was so disappointed. Like,
It was
really, truly so
horrible.
disappointed.
They had the audacity to call this program John Williams Maestro of the Movies.
Yeah.
And then proceed to not play his iconic movie themes.
I think they did a total of 4 John Williams songs the entire night.
And one of them was from his movie.
Right. The other 3 songs were NBC News, NBC Sports, and the Olympics theme.
Yes.
Which, yeah, that's cool that he wrote those. And I think, in the Olympics year, it's kind of cool that they did the Olympics.
Yes, I'm not opposed to having the Olympics theme in an Olympic year.
But, seriously?
No fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark opening theme.
No Indiana Jones. There was no Jaws. There was no Harry Potter. There was no
Jurassic
There
Park.
was no Jurassic Park. Oh my God, there was no Jurassic Park. They played, and then all of the actual iconic ones they saved for the encore. So
No, they saved one iconic one for the encore.
well, and the E.T. The E.T.
Okay,
was
okay, fine.
So the E.T. theme was in the encore, and then they did Star
But even
Wars.
that, E.T. is a little outdated now. I don't think it stands as much of a classic much as Raiders or
Right, but
or
I do think that it's nice that it was included.
Yes.
But they spent so much time doing music that was not John Williams music at all.
Right.
They did the finale of the Act 1 was a 12-minute Leonard Bernstein piece, which is I love Leonard Bernstein. I think that's amazing.
But that's not what we paid for.
That was not what was advertised.
Yeah.
And not to mention, John Williams wasn't there, which he usually is there. But this year, they were saying health concern.
Girl, he he is not with us on this earth.
I don't know.
anymore.
I mean, I don't know. I hope that he's fine. I'm holding out hope that he's okay. They said health concern and he wasn't there. But I was still okay with that because I was willing to go and be able to see all of those like wonderful,
I wanted
things.
to bounce with you to dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, they didn't do that. They barely even played the Star Wars theme.
That was a travesty.
It was
And let me tell you why. Because they did not play the Star Wars main title theme.
Right.
They did not play dun 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 dun
Right.
dun 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 dun. Instead, what they played was the closing credits theme.
Right.
What? Who
Now-
the fuck cares?
Like, I think it's cool that they had yes, the theme, the actual musical theme is in the closing credits theme. So they did play like bum, 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 yeah, but it's like one time. It's like one time.
And it's pathetic that we got like 18 pieces that were from 1930s movies
Right.
that John Williams did not write.
Right.
And then we don't get any of the iconic themes, and they call it John Williams, maestro of the movies.
I mean, like, they dedicated so much time and energy into doing the Pink Panther theme song, which John Williams did not
he did
write.
not write it.
It was Henry Mancini.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, very cool. It is an iconic
And I didn't even
movie.
mind that one.
Right, I didn't mind that one because they had like a really cool like montage with it. So like, do
But
that
it also
one,
was
great.
an iconic movie theme.
Right, at least it's an iconic movie
But
theme.
they were playing shit that nobody's ever heard in their life.
Right.
Like stuff that were in like films that were in obscurity in like the 40s.
What was the one that there was like one about Tibet? Like,
Yeah.
like the mistress of Tibet or something
and
like
and
that.
the conductor even said, by the way, Nepo baby conductor. Hello. Hello. He's like, oh yeah, I'm from the Newman family of Hollywood. Uh-huh. Okay. My dad was John Williams' first boss. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know the Newman family of Hollywood, but I did think it was very funny when he was like, I'm just so honored that John
You've
picked
never heard
me.
of Paul Newman?
Is he related to Paul Newman?
It's the Newman family
Oh,
of
okay.
Hollywood. They're all
related.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't realize that was like the relation there,
Yeah.
but he was like, I don't even really know what Paul Newman does.
Okay.
Who's Paul Newman?
He's on your pasta sauce bottles.
He's on my pasta sauce bottles?
Yeah, Newman pasta sauce, you know.
What?
Yeah, he has the pasta sauce.
I don't know that.
Newman's own.
I don't know that. Really?
Yeah.
But what
he
is
was an actor. He was
He's an
famous,
actor.
very famous actor in the
what was he in?
40s and 50s.
What
he
was
was
he
like
in?
hot. He was incredibly hot.
So like me. Okay.
Anyway,
the truth comes out. We know how Jacob feels.
Anyway, this conductor got up there and said, "Oh yeah, none of you have probably seen this movie, but we wanted to play it anyway." I'm like, "What? Why are you playing it?"
The truth is, the only thing anyone cared about was hearing Star Wars and like some of the other themes, and the only thing they played was Star Wars at the very, 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 very end.
It was so pathetic. So many people were wearing Jurassic Park shirts.
I was
None of
wearing a
that.
Jurassic
You
Park
were wearing
shirt.
a Jurassic
A
Park
bunch
shirt.
of people were wearing Jurassic Park gear.
Yeah.
And they didn't even
A
play.
lot of people were wearing Harry Potter stuff. I saw a bitch in robes. Like,
And like the Jurassic Park theme is so iconic. You
Yeah.
know?
so is Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I mean, hello. Like that is like an essential John Williams.
Yeah, and they just didn't do it, and
They
I just
didn't
don't
do it.
understand why they would put that in the programming. Like, to me, it just doesn't make any sense. I feel like their argument would be something like, you know, it's actually a night of the LA Phil, and like the LA Philharmonic can choose whatever they want, and you're really here to just like enjoy the music of the LA Phil, and I get all that. But when the tickets are $90 to sit in the back,
Yeah.
And you're going to experience Maestro of the movies, like the music of John Williams, and they advertise John Williams in concert. Then they take away John Williams. He's not going to be there, which I understand is out of their control. But then the least you can do is add more John Williams music or make it enough John Williams music so that you feel like you experienced that. And they were like, they had the screen up and they barely used it. There was no like montages. I thought it would be like a montage of Harry Potter with like Harry Potter music, and that's the Harry Potter section. Like,
right, I thought so too. That was my impression. I thought they were going to just do all of the iconic ones.
Right.
Like, I thought that would be a reasonable expectation for an event titled Maestro of the Movies.
Yes. And it was just very frustrating. Now, the one cool thing that they did do is there was a piece from a movie called Laura, which is like a 1940 something.
See, I understand that you thought it was cool.
Yeah,
I thought it was
I'm the only person who
thing.
thinks it's cool.
I think it was the lamest thing I've ever seen.
Right. I'm the only person who thinks that's cool because I have a personal connection to it. There's this movie, and I didn't even know it was a movie, but then this song became a jazz standard, and that jazz standard song is used a lot in the tap dance community. And so I've known that song as a jazz song since I was like 12 years old. So, but I didn't even know it was from a movie until they played it. So I did think that was cool when they played it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I recognize this. And it's cool that it's Laura and it's like the same thing. And now I understand the history and where that comes from. But literally the only person in that 8,000 seat theater that thinks that was cool is me.
Right. And exactly. And imagine my surprise, because here's my deal. Ready?
Yeah.
The music of John Williams is iconically not heteronormative.
Tell me more.
There is no like, I love you, baby. You know, there's no like, oh, you're the most beautiful woman ever in his
but it doesn't
music.
really have any lyrics.
Exactly. But instead of giving me that wonderfully non-heteronormative experience, I'm forced to listen to a song called Laura about a fucking woman who I don't give a shit about.
Yeah, I mean, they were also doing a lot of music from those like 1940s and 30s movies that are like very much like straight romance films.
Like
you know?
Jurassic Park, bitch, that song is about a dinosaur. Okay,
Yes,
it's about a DINOSA. You are a dinosaur,
an
honey.
old LDMAN. You're just an old man.
You are an old man, yes, but that song is about fucking dinosaurs.
Yeah.
It's not about fucking dinosaurs. It's about fucking dinosaurs.
Right.
Did that make sense?
It did make sense.
Okay. And then Star Wars. That's about going pew pew in a star blaster.
Yeah.
Okay. Jaws. That's about a fucking shark.
Yes.
Okay. And then Indiana Jones. That's about running through the jungle on an adventure, getting an ancient artifact.
Is there like a romance in Indiana Jones? Is there?
I mean, there is,
the girl at the end,
but that's not the main theme.
Right.
And that's the iconic song.
Right.
Am I missing any? Right. Oh, and Harry Potter, that's not about a romance. That's about a kid who has a scar burned into his head by a dark wizard, you know? And it's like, I'm sitting here expecting to have those types of songs played at me.
Yeah.
And I get fucking Laura? What? I don't want to hear that.
The Princess of Tibet.
Yeah, the Princess of Tibet.
I don't know if that's what it was actually called, but it was something with Tibet.
Like, girl, that's not what I came here for.
Yeah.
And I feel like that really tarnished my experience.
It did. And I think we should get a full refund.
I agree. So Hollywood Bowl, if you're listening, we love you.
We do love you, the Hollywood Bowl.
You.
We do love you, the Hollywood Bowl.
But I do deserve a refund.
Yeah, we do deserve a full refund for that experience.
Even though we had a great time.
Even though we had a wonderful time.
We had a wonderful experience that I hated.
But it was just the show. It was just the show that we didn't love.
Yes, it was an incredible experience. The atmosphere was wonderful, and I hated it. And please sponsor us. Okay, more Let's Talk About That right after this.
Woo!
And we're back.
And we are back.
Wow, what a break.
Yeah. So this concert experience really made me start thinking about our musical experiences as we were growing up.
Oh, Lord.
Because I feel like we are two people that are like relatively musically literate. You know what I mean? Like we were in...
I would say we are incredibly musically literate.
I mean, maybe not as much as like some people, but we were
You're
in.
more musically literate than you are literate.
That's true. That's true. Because I famously
How's my
don't
book
read.
going? Yeah.
Same as it was 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Keep checking in on that. See how far you've gotten.
The more you ask, the less I'll read it.
Yeah, I know. Anyway.
But I just think, we have had so many experiences like doing music as in school.
Yeah.
And we're kind of removed from that now. Like I don't really play music the same way that I used to.
Well, I've been doing it a bit lately for a new project we're working on. But
Yeah, but that's like piano and like it's different than like being in the jazz band. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
it is.
tell me, what were the music ensembles that you were in?
Ensemble.
Yeah. What were the music ensembles that
You've
you
been
were
learning
in?
too much French, girl.
Ensemble.
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 But like you say the BLE, but it's like so low that it's like almost unintelligible. So you go ensemble.
Okay, let me try again.
Yeah.
Ensemble.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Ouais.
Eh.
Ouais.
Eh.
Blah.
Yeah, that's
It's
French.
more like blah.
That's French.
You just kind of
Yeah.
out there and you go
Yeah.
and you just kind of make it all French
Right,
and
of course.
difficult to say.
Of course, of course.
All of that.
Yes, yeah.
Anyway, we were in lots of musical ensembles in our youth.
Yeah. So what were you in? Tell me. Or, like, give me the list.
Well, I mean, I started. Okay, so you want the full tea? I started in like, what was it, like third grade when they started that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, before that, I was in musical classes as a baby. So I was. If you're ready and you know it, clap your hands.
Oh,
hello.
She was ready and she knew it.
She was on beat.
Mm-hmm.
She was in rhythm. She was putting her right arm in. She was putting her right arm out.
Yes.
She was putting her right arm back in and shaking it all
She was
about.
doing the hokey pokey.
She was,
as it were.
Yeah. So I was doing all that. Okay, and then the first instrument I took up, you're gonna laugh. I don't think I've told you this actually.
Well, I'm excited for the new info.
The first instrument I took up was the trombone.
Oh, that's cute.
It's cute to you.
Yeah, I love the trombone.
Yeah. Well, I took up the trombone and I played that probably through middle school, I think.
Wow.
But
My little tromboner. Ooh. My little tromboner.
Ooh, hated that.
Did you like the trombone? Did you like tromboning?
Not as much as I like regular boning, but I did like tromboning. It was okay. I was like very good at it for my, because I do think this is so pretentious, but not to be that woman. But I will be that woman. Is I definitely have a sense of musicality.
You have a musical gift. You have the gift.
I'm blessed. I'm blessed with the gift. I'm blessed.
You
with
have
the
the
gift.
musical gift.
I'm blessed with the gift, and
It's a blessing. It's a blessing.
I am very musically intelligent. Like I could easily, I would be like pick up on things quicker than other people and know what something would sound like before I played it and know,
Right.
I had that gift. So I was pretty good at the trombone actually.
Okay.
And I had a trombone.
And so you were in like the band, the school band.
I was in the school band, and then I switched to percussion because I became a drummer.
So what year did you switch to percussion?
Well, it's difficult because I was doing both of them kind of at the same time. So I was in a band as a child, which, by the way, had one of the best band names, I think, in the history of band names.
What was it?
It was the Broken Diamonds.
The Broken Diamonds.
The Broken Diamonds.
You know how much
Live
pressure
at
it
Eagle
takes
Stadium.
to break a diamond? How much strength it takes to break a diamond?
How much?
A lot.
Oh.
That means you're very strong.
Yeah.
The diamond is one of the most strongest minerals.
Sure.
And you were able to break it.
It's
with
the most
broken
valuable
diamonds.
in the Zelda game.
Yeah,
so there you
that's
go.
true.
But I was the Broken Diamonds. And then I was
What?
I forget how many things I still have to tell you about my life.
Well, this is the forum to do it, darling.
There was another band. Another name we were. Well, it was the same band, but we were trying out a different name.
Okay, well,
It was called 15th Prestige.
15th Prestige. What does that even mean? What does that even mean?
It's a Call of Duty reference. It was the highest prestige you could be in the game was the 15th Prestige.
Okay. Did you play a lot of Call of Duty?
No.
Okay, but they did. But maybe they did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was one of those things where I was like the closeted gay kid who was going along with everything. You know? But I was a drummer.
What about I have a name for the band. Maybe
Robot
like
Unicorn Sparkle.
I was gonna say what about Wagon Wheel Watusi? Maybe that could be the name.
Could the name be Wagon Wheel Watusi? Could it be just something cute and funny like the locomotion, or could we call it just a notion, or
Your disco needs you, maybe.
yeah, your disco needs you might be a good one, or like maybe it's my house. I don't know. But yes, that's what I was sitting there doing. Wagon wheel with Tuesday.
But no, 15th Prestige.
15th Prestige.
15th Prestige.
Now, I'll tell you something here. We are called 15th Prestige.
And we'll blow you right off the face of this here planet Earth.
We're going to blow your face off.
With rock and roll.
Not only was it a band, it was a cover band. We were sitting there
What did you
playing
cover?
covers. We covered Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin and all that shit,
Any share?
No sheer.
Oh.
No sheer.
That's unfortunate.
Well, it's kind of hard because at that point it's like you need like a lute, and like if you're doing like gypsy strips and thieves, like you need like a lot of instruments that are not easily accessible. Or you need a vocoder, to do later on share, and vocoders are not necessarily the vibe you were going for,
right?
So no share was in there, but. We did a lot of that stuff. Okay, so then I was in jazz band. I was in school band as a percussionist.
Okay.
I was in the school, I guess, orchestra ensemble. I was in youth orchestra of New Jersey.
Oh my goodness! And you were doing percussion in all these
percussion
groups?
in those ones.
Work.
I was in. There was another one I was in too, but I can't remember now. That was for percussion.
Did you ever go to Allstate?
No,
Or like all county?
Well, Youth Orchestra of New Jersey, but
Oh, okay. So in New York, we had. Should I go through my list a little bit?
Sure.
And then we'll get into college because there's.
right. Well, I wanted to save that because
Okay. Well, so my high school list before we get into college.
Yeah.
So I started in orchestra. I played the bass, but like string bass, like with a bow, like
Hello.
upright. So I started that when I was in 4th grade. But also like I went to a performing arts summer camp, so I was also in like chorus and stuff, and my mom is a music teacher, so like music was always kind of around my
Would you
life.
call yourself a music nepo baby?
No, I would not. So
You answered that quickly.
I mean, there's no nepotism. I just I learned a bit of music.
You were bridged into music.
Yeah, but like she's a music teacher. She's not.
And then
in
you
the
got
industry.
on High School Musical.
Whoa.
A show that has the word music in it.
I did High School Musicals,
Nepo
and then I was
baby.
in High School Musical.
Nepo baby, hello.
You're right.
Hello.
You're right. I really need to reconsider.
Yeah. Think about your life, Larry.
Yeah. So anyway, then I did that, and then I was in the jazz band.
Yeah.
I did that. And then we had like a small jazz ensemble for a year, and I was in that. There were 7 people in it, and the group name was the 14 Socks.
Ooh. Ooh.
Because there were 7 people, so there were 14 socks.
I got that.
Yeah.
That was apparently obvious.
That's how cool I was in school. I was in a group called the 14 Socks.
See, it's a good thing we did an episode about being nerdy because hello.
So, and then I was
in a band called the Broken Diamonds, and you were in the 14 Socks,
which was a jazz ensemble. Yeah. I was in we had a swing choir at my high school, so I was in it was like vocal jazz.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we would also just sing like standards and stuff. So we did like.
So what is the standard for the people who don't know that?
A standard is like any song that's like super well known, like of different eras. So
So like Zoot Suit Riot.
Yeah, or like we sang oh, whoa, listen to the music. Oh, whoa, listen to the music.
Listen to the music by the Doobie Brothers.
Yeah. So like we sang that in one time. Where we sang a lot of Carole King, like "Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow?" Hello,
Carole King. Hello.
I know.
They were
exactly.
grouping you.
I know exactly. So like things like that are standards, like songs that are like of different decades and like people would know them.
Yeah.
But then we also sang like Disney music and stuff. We would do like different like Disney concerts and stuff. Nepo baby.
My God, you were doing Disney
Ooh, and then. That's how I got it.
You were born for it.
That's how I got it.
So when you auditioned for High School Musical, did you just send in like your school perforance?
Exactly. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and you said my mom's a music teacher.
Yes.
and then you got
and they were like, "Well, you're a shoo-in."
Yeah. Hello.
No, and then So then I was in the choir. I was in the all county choir. And then I was in the all state choir. And then I was also in the all national choir.
You were in the all national choir?
Yes, I went to Nashville, Tennessee, with my high school music teacher.
He didn't tell me this.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I was in the all national choir.
You?
Yes, Jacob. I can sing classically.
Sing something classically for me right now on the pod.
Oh, del mio amato ben.
You think I can't do that?
I'm just saying. I was just what I did, but it was choral music. You know what I mean? So it was
Conte partirò su una mer per mare ognora
We're at the Bellagio. We're at the Bellagio.
Fountains.
But then, when I got into college, this was my peak.
Yeah.
This was the coolest I've ever been.
Yeah.
I did college a cappella.
Well, you're not alone, buddy.
I know. But your group seemed so much more fun, so much more put together, and so much cooler than mine.
Well, but all of the things that you're saying makes it seem lame. like the more invested you are in college a cappella, the lamer you are.
But the thing about my group is like we were kind of bad.
Yeah.
We weren't that great.
Yeah, I know. I've heard some of it.
You're supposed to say, "No, honey, you were wonderful."
Well, you had that one head gay in your group who wasn't a very good singer.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't.
He was an okay singer. He was just not good in group settings. And he was not very cooperative.
He was not cooperative or good at group settings, so he joined the a cappella group in college.
Our group was called Tonal Recall.
Still better than mine. Mine was the all Jewish a cappella group called Oi Capella.
I love that name. Like, I think that's really funny. The thing that bothered me the most about Tonal Recall was that it's like such a basic name. Like other groups are called Tonal Recall. You know what I mean? And it didn't speak to who we were as a group.
I'm sure there's another a cappella group called Oi Capella that's Jewish.
Probably.
But we're the best one. That
but you were the Syracuse group.
Hello.
And you rehearsed at the Hillel Center, right?
Hillel. Yes, the Hillel Center.
It's not. Hillel is wrong?
Hillel is wrong.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, sorry. Sorry, Jews. Sorry to the Jews.
No, we didn't record at the Aaron Sorkin Chabad Center,
Right.
but we did.
That was the other Jewish group,
We
right?
did. No, there was no other Jewish group.
Oh.
That was the other like on campus Jewish life
Oh,
organization.
got it.
But we were affiliated with the Hillel organization.
But do you want to know there was drama when I was in college a cappella because my freshman year,
Yeah.
I joined the group,
Yeah.
and there were these like two girls and a guy that joined with me, but one of them was like a musical theater major, so he kind of thought he was like better than everyone else.
Okay.
And had like such a big attitude, and the two girls, and of course the guy was gay,
Yeah.
and the two girls were like very much like in his corner always, and they were just kind of always kikiing in the corner, and it was like the three of them, and they just had like their own kind of vibe and attitude, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then our sophomore year, we're like getting ready for the group, and we're like, here we go. We're like getting ready. We're going to start joining the group. We're going to start, getting new members and yada, yada, yada. And those three are like, actually, like, we don't think that we want to do this group anymore. Like, we just don't really have the time, and like, we just want to do our own things, and we just don't really want to be in this group anymore. And so, of course, that was the biggest betrayal that anyone could ever imagine.
Right.
And it was very upsetting, and we had to audition 3 new members, and how could we?
Yeah.
And then we find out that they are starting their own group.
Mm-hmm.
So then they got all the musical theater girlies, the girls that were in the musical theater major, which I was not, into their group. So now they have like, literally it's the musical theater people who sing every single day for their major, and then us. And their group was called Frequency. It was called Frequency.
Honey, it's funny to me that you think that that's the biggest drama ever, because that would be like minuscule.
That was a
ours.
huge betrayal for me.
We had someone leave the group because he said he found Jesus, loved Jesus.
And so he didn't want to be in the Jewish group anymore?
Yeah, and he was no, and he was addicted to porn.
Oh.
And then he went to go start an all-black a cappella group on campus, and he was white.
Wait, what? And then did he succeed?
Yes.
So he started an all-black group, but he was white.
He was white.
So he was the only white person in the group.
Yeah, and he left the all-Jewish group to go do that.
Wow.
And then
What other crazy drama did you have?
Well, we had a gas leak one time in the building, and we
In the
almost
Hillel?
died. Yeah, like people started feeling sleepy and dizzy.
What
and
was the gas?
It was like the burner was left on, like downstairs.
Oh, it was like the
just the gas.
Whoa.
Like, but not the flame, just the gas. So it's like if someone had lit a match, we would have blown up. We had so much drama. We had fights. We had someone like end up having to leave the group because they, were not liked by anybody in the group and would lie to people in the group and did nasty, horrible things.
Whoa.
We had. Oh, this was a big one. My favorite. We had, when we auditioned new people, a girl say that she refused to get to know someone and wouldn't give them a chance that we wanted to audition, which caused us then to have a group meeting about it so we could talk about her behavior with her and tell her why that was wrong. And that meeting turned into the roast of Jacob Bellotti, who was the music director of the
Wait,
group
why were
at the
they
time.
roasting you?
Because she turned around, because we were airing that grievance against her, and then someone was like, well, another thing is like the music isn't that good this year. And we're like, and then all of a sudden,
Oh my
this
God.
meeting, which was called to punish one girl in the group, became about flaming me and the other music director. And it was absolutely undeserved. We called it oicest. We had like people
People dating each
dating
other.
each other. We had with the other groups. There was drama. Like there was so much more drama than what you're like.
Yeah, we
was.
just had kind of like a bit of infighting with like the older.
There were swastikas drawn outside and
drew that?
stuff. Well, it was like a hate crime, girl. We had hate crimes.
like because it was the Hillel.
Yeah, and like there was like racial slurs written in place. Like we had so much drama with our a cappella
That's
group.
crazy, and not even everyone in your group was Jewish.
I know.
That's really crazy.
I know. I'm telling you, like, the drama was up the wazoo, which is actually why I started really getting into the Real Housewives after college, because I was like, the second I left college, I was like, man, I just need some form of drama in my life. And so the Real Housewives became that outlet, you know?
Don't worry. You got plenty of drama in your life.
What drama do I have?
Well, you bring the drama, honey.
I don't just bring the drama. I am the drama. And I'm also a bitch.
Did you have like a favorite song that you did, or one that was like that came out really good that you liked, or one that was super silly?
Well, we had our recurring song. It was called All Hanisim. That is
that was like a Jewish
the
one.
staple song. You know, the staple song. It's like every concert, no matter what we do that song.
Got it.
We did some good ones that we did Sucker by the Jonas Brothers, which I say, Sucker, I hardly even know her.
You just crack yourself up. I
can't even speak. I'm laughing so hard. And I'm sweating. It's fucking hot in here. You know, there's a lot of things going on right now. I'm turning red. Call me Big Star Girl. I'm turning red. What are we even doing here? You know? My armpits are pools.
You're having an episode, honey.
My armpits are pools at the moment.
You're having an episode.
Oh, God. We got to wrap this up, Blair.
Well, I wanted to say before that we go, I want to tell one other story about my a cappella group.
Oh, God. No. We're coming
It was about the head bitch in charge.
Oh, no.
He made us.
I can't do this. I gotta stop the podcast.
Hold it together. Hold it together for 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes.
Okay.
So, the head bitch in charge.
Yeah.
The head gay in charge.
Yeah.
Okay. He wanted us to. His dream was to be Winifred Sanderson. His dream was to be Winifred Sanderson, okay? In Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
And so for Halloween time came around, and he made us do the Hocus Pocus version of I Put a Spell on You. Like word for word. And he had these like 2 other girlies that were like by his side all the time that did the voice parts.
And you can actually find a video of this on YouTube.
You can find this video
if anyone's
YouTube.
really interested in deep diving.
We're not going to link it below, but if you want to search, you can find it. And he himself sang the Bette Midler part.
Right, of course.
And it was so screechy, so belty, so out of range, and so not together that it still haunts me to this day.
I saw it, girl. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we did a 90s medley that was actually kind of cool. It was like a 90s love song medley. Or no, it wasn't a love song medley. It was just we also did a love song medley, but we did like a 90s medley.
We did a Fleetwood Mac medley once. That was cool.
Yeah. The medleys, the acapella medleys. And we went to the ICCAs a couple times.
Yeah.
Did you do that?
No.
The competition?
No, we weren't into that because we were too busy having fun and fucking bitches.
Hello. Me too. Me too.
Yeah, you were doing that.
Yeah, on my Disney show, junior year.
Right. Right.
All right. Well, this was lovely and fun.
Oh, God, I'm still recovering from that episode.
Yeah, you just had such an episode. I don't know what happened.
It was the heat.
Okay, well, we'll go and we'll turn the air back on.
That meme from Portlandia?
No.
Tony, it's so hot. It's the heat.
Oh, yes. I do know that. It's so hot. Were those like the lesbian bookstore?
Women and women first.
Yes. That is so funny.
I can't get that for you right now. I can't get, but it's right there. No, I can't reach it. I can't get it for you right now. I can't.
What a good show, Portlandia.
Let's keep it weird on the pod.
Yeah, keep
Ooh.
Portland weird.
Yeah.
Keep LTAT weird.
Keep LTAT weird. And speaking of LTAT, you can find us. Oh, you can find us on social media at Let's Talk About That Pod. I don't care what app. Just go to one of them and you'll find us.
Well, in case you're wondering, it's Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube
There
at
you
Let's Talk
go.
About That Pod.
There you go. You can email us if you want. I mean, if you're feeling silly after listening to this.
Yeah, send us a silly message.
yeah,
Let's
send us-
talk about that pod at gmail.com.
If you're the Hollywood Bowl, we love you.
We love you,
And
Hollywood
we want you to
Bowl.
sponsor us.
If you're in a college a cappella group, keep going.
We love
keep
you.
Going.
We were one of you.
We were one of you.
We were one of you. We're going to post pictures in our carousel for this week
Yeah.
of us
From
in
college a cappella.
Acapella in college.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, there's so many stories I have to share about college acapella, girl, but
We have infinite more episodes to do it.
we will be doing that at a later date because wow. Okay, well, this was something.
All right. Well, hey,
Did I start a
by
new
the way,
med?
what?
Did I start a new med? What's going on?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never seen you like kooky like this.
I'm just kind of all over.
By the way, before
Yeah.
we just quickly go, this is what was our 10th episode.
Oh my God.
So,
hello.
if you've listened to all 10 so far, thanks for being here.
Well, I guess we should go back and redo the entire episode so that
Right.
we can say at the beginning, this is our 10th anniversary, 10th
10th episode special.
episode special.
No, but
whatever.
thanks for being here for the last 10 weeks.
Yeah.
And if you haven't listened to the last 10 weeks, go back and listen to the last 10 weeks.
And also, you're a bitch.
Yes. And we'll see you next week for week 11.
Week 11. Oh my God, 11. Woo.
11.
All right.
Thanks for listening to Let's Talk About That.
Bye.
Ridiculous.